The Dylan and Jessy Show! Hello, welcome back to episode 3 of Banjo-Kazooie. Re-recording the audio because we lost it in the first 4 episodes. So what were we doing in this episode? You were looking for the final 2 Jiggies, I guess.
Yes.
And you were looking for the... Well, I didn't give you a hint about this. You found out on your own about Conga.
Yeah.
Wer kent het Conga? Yeah, like, I remember... Yeah, I remember, like... yeah, you were trying to attack him like that.
Yeah.
I remember not telling you anything about defeating him. Because I was like, you know, she has to figure it out on her own. And I guess you just figured it out on your own to come back here, I think.
I first tried to hit him and then I immediately saw, okay, that's not gonna work.
Didn't I tell you something along the lines of what did you learn here? Or did I not say that here?
Maybe you said something like, what did you learn in this level?
Yeah. You're accurate, Conga. This is also where I found out he only attacks you if you've already hit him. Which I never knew. I always thought it was dangerous regardless. Or did you just get really lucky here? This is really weird. Also, for some strange reason, the hitbox, there was something wrong with it, which has never happened on a single playthrough of this game for me. Never. And of course it happens
How
on your
many
blind
times
playthrough.
I hit him?
This has never happened to me before. Never. Like, you're Conga good shot. I'm sure you are, Conga. I'm sure you are. Let's do the Conga line! Or whatever it is. Oh! Aww. In my... Well, I guess we should defeat him first before starting the talk. I have some notes. But I don't have many notes about this level in particular. Because I guess it wasn't necessary. Oh! Ugh. Bear beat Conga. Me give prize to Bear. Why did he sound like a camel? That's what I said in the original episode. It's foreshadowing for something in the future. Yay! I think you only need one more Jiggy now. Yes. However, you still need that health upgrade too. Aw. You still need that health upgrade too, but you have to X the level for that, so... We'll see about that. So, I think, yeah, this is where we were. What I was talking about in the original episode at this very moment is about how... I've already briefly mentioned it in, like, the previous episode or something. But Banjo-Kazooie played this game for the first time 12 years ago. And meaning that I don't have nostalgia for this game. I don't have nostalgia for this game at all in the slightest. But I still feel nostalgic when I play this game anyway. Because it reminds me of the PS1 era that we grew up with. Like Crash, Spyro, Pac-Man World, Croc, you know. I guess a little bit of Rayman too. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? And I have this with some other games too, like Earthbound, and I guess Earthbound Beginnings too, and Persona 5 Royal, and Persona 4 especially. Like, I have nostalgia for these games.
It's
No, I
those
mean, I don't.
2005's Persona 4.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have nostalgia for those games, but I feel nostalgic anyway.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
think
nostalgia.
because of the vibe.
Yeah, because with the Earthbound games, it reminds you of the 90s and a little bit of the 80s too. Even though I wasn't really born yet back then, it was, I don't know. Also, you got all the Jiggies, yay! That was funny when you missed the hut or reaction. I was like, oh, that's less Jiggy! Because we were really looking for that. I couldn't remember it either, and I was stumped because I was like, normally I never struggle with the Jiggies, especially not in this level, but... and this is where I think you wanted to exit the level for
I think so.
But then I told you, transform into the termite first.
Oh yeah.
I figured, you know what the thing is, so even though I don't want to help you too much, for that one I was like, I'm not gonna waste our time. I'm not gonna waste the viewer's time. Let's just tell her right away, just transform to the termite, so you can go to the hub world with it. And then I also told you that there's something here. In a very subtle way I tried to tell you, but then I had to be a bit more direct. Yeah, I told you that there was something in the... I told you that you had to go in first person mode, I believe, yeah. Then I was like, look, there's collectibles there, you can get up there. And I basically told you that because I was hoping you'd notice on your own, but you didn't, so I was like, well, in future levels there are more important collectibles up there in this hut, so might as well tell you that that's a thing you have to check every single time. Going back, I think I was still talking about, even though I wasn't really born yet in the 80s, at all in the 80s, I was born 99.9, I still sort of get a nostalgic feeling from stuff from the 80s and 90s, especially from the 90s, which is why how Earthbound comes into play. Like, even though I was born 99.9, I still feel like I grew up in the 90s, probably because I grew up with the PlayStation 1 and most PS1 games we played were from the mid to late 90s anyway, so I still feel like I also love TV shows we grew up with are from the 90s as well.
Yes.
SpongeBob, Rugrats, what else? This is definitely something else, but you know what I mean.
There's a lot, I think.
Grunty's magic stops you taking the notes off the world, but the 100 you just collected counts as your best note score. Try to get 100 on each world, as they are needed to open the note doors. Yeah, I already knew that. And here we are with the termite. Enemies show up too outside the hub world. Oh, hey, where did you get those shorts? I want them. And now I think I didn't want to tell you where the Jiggy was here. Because we already saw it in the last episode, and then eventually I said, remember last episode? And you figured it out. You figured it out.
I think I was just walking around.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh yeah.
And then I was like, I guess you can go back in for that health upgrade you missed, so we can finally have everything in Mumbo's Mountain. Well, the enemies are back, and the notes are back in the changes, but it doesn't matter because you already have all of them. Gonna take a look at my notes here. Let's see. Nothing that's coming up right now, actually, so what else could we talk about? Crap, what were we talking about in the original episode? Because I have nothing. I didn't come prepared. I mean, there's something we talked about in the next episode, and I guess I could talk about that now, but
I asked you, maybe, what do you think of me playing this level?
Yeah. But I asked you that in the last episode.
Nee, what are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's a good introduction level. I do think this is the least memorable level in the entire game. Like,
really?
and you know why? Because I always 100% complete this level in one go, and then I never go back. And this level goes by super quickly if you know what you're doing too. Even on my first playthrough. And, you know, whereas the other levels in the game, at least on the first playthrough, you always...
I remember we were saying here, how faster it goes, it's easier for the both of us.
Yeah, because that's just how we are.
Yeah.
That's how we are.
So, and sometimes things go too slow in games. I think that's more difficult.
Yeah, because we're used to fast-paced stuff and stuff like that.
We're especially fast-paced, no?
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Yeah, you especially. I mean, I blame the time trials from Crash Warped.
Maybe. I think it's because of Crash Banjo-Kazooie.
We grew up with that game.
Really, yeah.
We grew up with that game.
That's a really great example.
So, of course, this is where I finally told you, you finally clicked on the total screen for the first time. It's like you can check every single time. And then you press the wrong button again and again and again until you eventually got it. Actually, next recording session, when you are actually going to play the game again, you should probably practice the controls.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you maybe want me to give you a cheat sheet or something with all the controls for each move you've learned so far?
A cheat?
Yeah, like this button plus this button does this move. Like maybe I can make that for you.
Maybe.
As practice.
I still knew.
And in really big ladders.
I still know the moves, but yeah.
And maybe in really
it's been a week now.
And maybe in really big letters I can write the swimming controls are inverted.
I know that.
You can finally go up the slope. Still haven't talked to this guy because you skipped his text and now will never show up again. That's funny. Oh, hello, Balls. This is a note door, sealed by Grunty with one of her powerful musical spells. Wow, musical.
Open it up then, Jam Jars.
Wrong game. It's not that simple. To open it, you must collect the musical notes from the worlds. How many do we need? The number on the door is the strength of the spell. The combined total of all your best note scores from the worlds must be at least this to break Grunty's magic. When you open the world door, baddies escape and roll once more. Yeah, that was random. I don't know why she said, your energy is a little low. that was also not part of the cutscene. That's just, she was supposed to say that when you first exited the level and saw that termite show up there. So that was really weird. She said that now. I really don't understand why all the weird stuff is happening in your playthrough when I've played this game so many times and rarely have that weird stuff happening. That door was easy, you got past. Unfortunately, you're first at last. I forgot to do the witch voices. I wasn't doing it right the first line she said. Anyway, oh look, it's one of Grunty's henchmen. I'm pretty sure I said that in the original episode. Oh, this is in my notes. Yeah, Jess, that's too early. She's foreshadowing something she has to do later. This is Kazooie's jump disc. Find me, and I'll tell you how to use it.
I had a feeling it had to be something.
Yeah, it's really funny how you're predicting something you haven't even done
yet. It's
like,
I'm used to platformers and stuff like that, so...
You knew it had a purpose. Even though it's the hub world, that's impressive.
Even though it's the hub world.
It's impressive. And now you were just looking... this was weird, because you kept wanting to go back for no reason. Then, oh, hello. That's you, I think.
Hello there, young ones. I'm Bentilda, Bentilda's nicest sister. I've kept down here to help you defeat the old hag. It's about time she was taught a lesson. I know all of Grunty's disgusting secrets.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you 3 of them every time you find me. Remember them well, young ones, as they will help you avoid a fiery fate. Press B if you like to hear them.
B! I'm pressing! Tricky Josh.
Grunty brushes are rotten teeth with moldy cheese, flavored toothpaste.
It's actually not a bad thing for reading this again. This is gonna be so helpful.
She also washes her hair with rancid milk. Ugh.
Yuck! And
she gets her clothes from the trash can.
The trash?
And then I said, oh, I have to remember these things.
Yeah. On my first playthrough, I was like, this is useless, but I'm remembering it anyway for some reason. Because it just stuck. To remove pieces that you have already put down, press the down C button. But once the picture is complete, all the pieces are stuck there permanently. And then you said something, why would I ever want to do that? And I was like, yeah, right. I mean, it's if you want to unlock the levels in a different order, but like, why would you just unlock them in the right order? Like, you'll have a hard time if you don't do that. And now, oh yeah, you still have to go down there. I think I was trying to tell you that too before you moved on. Because this could be helpful in the future, maybe, not sure. Hello? Oh, I guess you're grabbing the axe first. Yay! And now... And then you left. And I was like, yeah, I always forget it's there. And then when I grab it, I'm like, yeah, wow, I'm surprised. It's a mumbo token. I think I said something along that line. Hello? You've activated the magic cauldron. Find 2 the same color to create a shortcut. Yay! I guess I was explaining it to you, but like, I think it's obvious. It's a shortcut.
Yeah.
If you find another one of him. Do I have anything else in my... Oh, Grunty. If you think I'm rather soft, I'll be waiting in the loft. That one always weirded me out. Like, the loft? What? We're in your lair already, Grunty. Where's the level entrance? Oh yeah, that's coming up. That's coming up. No worries. Hooray! And you were back here, and I was like, you don't have to be here. And it took an awful long time, I guess, for me to tell you that. I don't know. What is going on?
I think it's a bit of a weird hub world.
I don't think so. A lot of people who play this game for the first time think it's a weird hub world.
Because we're not used to this, I think so.
Yeah, but the thing is, on my first playthrough, I never thought this was a weird hub world. No, actually, that's not true. There were one or two things, but really late in the game that I did think... Actually, no, one of those things is literally showing up in this episode, but it's an area you have to go back to late in the game. It's weird.
You found some notes, but you need more. To break my spell, at best is door.
So yeah, yeah, let's look for the next level. But you're just gonna wander around for... Oh, didn't take fall damage, so that's nice. I guess had I told you about the fall damage yet in the original recording? I think
you told me
I think
that.
I did, but have I told you that in the re-recording? I think, well, for the viewers, I guess then. You can take the fall damage in this game, by the way. I think I was supposed to mention that in like the last episode. Yeah, I think the last episode I originally said that in the original recording. And I guess you were still trying to figure out the swimming controls here too. I think this, not necessarily this episode, but the next one is a bit rough. Like, it's really long because you were just looking for the jiggies and notes that we missed, and I think both of us were like, I guess.
I think everyone has that problem.
Yeah, especially on the first. I mean, I don't have that problem on my repeat playthroughs, but on my first playthrough, definitely. This game is tough on the first time.
Can't you get here any faster? Come and find me. I'm the master.
Ah, Grunty, we're not even in level 2 yet. Oh, I love this music. Oh. This is one of those weird things. This is one of those weird things that confused me on my first playthrough, yeah. Hello.
Ugly Grunty's nickname was Jelly Belly. At which school?
Don't you mean Robotnik in the third movie?
I also know that freshly burst balls is her favorite smell.
Freshly burst swords.
And the old hag's favorite color is ghastly grey.
Ghastly grey. I forgot all of this because I rarely get those answers on my playthrough. Which means you're not gonna get the funny one in a later point in the game, sadly enough.
Of course I'm not getting the funny ones.
Then again, I only got that funny one.
My luck is really low every single time.
Yeah, but the funny one is like really rare anyway, and I think I got it in only 1 or 2 playthroughs anyway. I got it in my very first Switch playthrough, thankfully.
Your luck is very high.
And and of course I recorded it with the capture button, so I guess we can show that off eventually.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna show that off. And go inside, past Jessy. That's another
level.
It's another thing I love, the dynamic music in the Quintillas. And this is where you like, where's the level entrance? And I was like, where do you think it is? And then you figured it out very quickly. Oh yeah! Treasure Trove Cove. Oh. Ahoy there! This be Treasure Trove Cove. There be too many moves for ye to find. Nice. And this is where I told you that if you ground pound the crabs, they will die instantaneously, and you get 2 health drops instead of 1. So, and now for what's probably, in my personal opinion, the most difficult Jinjo in the entire game already.
Snacker smells tasty dinner. Stay just there.
Because of the shark.
Yeah, because of the shark, because of Snacker. But then something miraculous happens. Something very miraculous happens.
Yippee! Snacker gets dessert too.
You got the Jinjo really easily compared to me and I have a really difficult time getting that Jinjo on all of my playthroughs. And you got it just like that. So that was also in my notes. What is my next note so I know for next time? Yeah, Jessy's better at getting the Jinjo from Snacker than them. Ground pound to crabs for easy kill and more health. There's only 1 more note left for this episode, and it's a really funny one. So, I think it's for near the end of the episode though, or rather closer to the end of the episode. I mean, we still did a chunk of Mumbo's Mountain and Gruntilda's Lair here, so you'll probably see the majority of this level like next time. And this is where you kept trying to get the notes while swimming. And I told you, you can get them another way too, but you weren't listening. So you'll be here for a while, guys. I guess, considering the fact I don't have many more notes left, I should probably come up with a conversation starter. Do you have anything to tell, Jess? I'll try to.
I don't know.
God, why is Let's Playing so difficult? Always having to try and come up with a subject to talk about, and then once you have the right subject, then that's awesome.
Look, nice snacks for Yum Yum.
Oh, these guys are called Yum Yums. Anyway, what was I saying?
About the subjects.
Yeah, about the subject. Like, once you have a good subject going, like we had in last episode about like the whole YouTube thing, and that's nice because you're like, ooh, then you can go on forever for the rest of the episode. Then a new episode starts, and then it's like, ugh, I have to come up with new subjects. And now the subject that we're talking about now is the subject about subjects in Let's Plays. So I guess I have something to talk about. But I have a bad feeling that I'm almost done talking about it, so I'm honestly just stalling for time now about the subject. So we don't have an awkward silence again for a very long time, while we're just watching the re-recording of Jessy playing this level, and now I honestly don't really know what to do, because in the original recording, I spent way too much time humming the music like I usually do in this channel when there's an awkward silence, and sometimes it takes I'm doing it for way too long, because for way too long, we can't really come up with a conversation, and you know what the problem is? I think it's because we're brother and sister. It gives us a unique dynamic, because I can't think of any other Let's Play channels with brothers and sisters, or siblings rather, but, bottles, hold the thought too. You'll reach new heights with my shock jump spring. Does Kazooie do it? My legs are tired. That's not Banjo's. Don't worry, the turkey does all the work. Simply stand on the shock jump disc. Then press and hold A. Your energy is a little low. Anyway, yeah, it's the shock jump disc. I think you were, yeah, you were trying to, I told you just to hold the button. And then you were like, ooh, and I was like, it's his recovery from Smash! And that's it, really. And you were just practicing now, I guess, and you were, I think did you enjoy the ability?
What?
Did you enjoy this ability?
Yes.
I think it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the reason, going back to the topic about, I don't know, commentary on Let's Play channel. Oh, fall damage. It's just, like, it's a unique dynamic, siblings, a sibling Let's Play channel. We've never seen it before. They probably do exist, you know. But we've never seen it before.
No.
So for us, it's kind of a unique ID. And it's a cool ID. However, the problem is, I think the reason we sometimes struggle with coming up with conversations is because we literally see each other 24/7. And this is a flying disc, but you'll have to find my molehill before you can use it. Yeah, the thing is, how are we supposed to come up with things to talk about when we see each other all the time, you know, as brother and sister? So
yeah,
that actually unintentionally gave us a difficult challenge or a difficulty on this channel without realizing it, so that's a bit of a shame. Whereas, for example, going back to comparing with the Game Grumps, like Dan and Aaron, yeah, they're best friends, but sometimes in between recording sessions they don't see each other for weeks, you know? So then they have a lot to talk about, you know, that's easy commentary for them. Plus, they're just very skilled comedians. But yeah. How much longer is this episode? Oh, 8 minutes, 50 seconds. That's fine. Actually, something popped up in my mind yesterday after our previous recording session. So, when we played this, we were not playing on full screen.
Oh yeah.
So, you could have an easier time seeing the screen and reading the text without the microphone getting in your way. Because the microphone is here in front of our faces. And it's kind of blocking a part of the screen, I think especially for Jessy. But are you having trouble with that now? Because you haven't been able to read everything perfectly fine.
Yeah, but I'm tilting my head sometimes.
Oh, okay. But do you think you could play the game this way? Or should we always do it like last time when we were...
Maybe like last time.
Okay. So if you were playing right now, you probably have difficulty seeing, and you probably fall like this, but even harder and more often. Okay, that's good to keep in mind.
I thought that depth perception was really bad.
Yeah? I mean, I feel like that's the case with a lot of 64-bit and 32-bit games.
That's the case why I'm falling.
Because, especially when, for example, in Crash Bandicoot, which is a 32-bit game, I mean, in this game it's 2D as well the case, but like, these objects like the feathers here, or the Rumple Fruit and Crash, they're sprites, they're not 3D. Even as when we were kids, you always said, oh, Crash, it's a little bit 2D. Because you were talking about the sprite work, I believe, of the Rumple Fruit, and actually, yeah, this 2D. Like, you're in a 3D environment, controlling a 3D character, but you're collecting 2D objects, like... I mean, it's interesting, like, how it can move and all.
Walking really slow.
It's kind of like you're collecting PNG GIFs or something. That's kind of how it feels like in these old games. But it's fun. Oh,
OMG.
Wow. Yeah, how long is this going on for?
I didn't know what it was. Everything went wrong.
Yeah. We can see that. Just kidding.
That's normally not a problem I have.
Alright, I guess you were gonna try this again. I love how you're just ignoring it and doing the regular double jump, which is fine, like, you can make it, so can't blame you for doing that. I'm sure that's how the speedrunners do it. It sure is faster, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, slow and steady. I think in the next episode I teach you about sneaking. Maybe it's in this one, but I'm gonna teach you about sneaking eventually and how it's very easy to do with the Nintendo 64 analog stick because it's a little bit stiffer. And I think I asked you at one point, like, what do you think of the analog stick? And you were like, it's fine. And wee, I'm a red feather, I help Kazooie fly when she knows how. Okay.
She knows how.
Because we don't know how yet. What was I talking about?
About the sneaking and the controls.
Yes! The sneaking. Yeah, I mean, I was mostly talking about the analog stick. I asked you what you thought of it. You were like, oh, I like it. It's alright.
That's no problem.
But then I asked you, like, you really don't think it's stiff? Because when I first...
Yeah, it's a bit stiff.
Yeah, because when I first used the N64 analog stick on my first playthrough of this game all those years ago, like, I remember thinking to myself, wow, this analog stick is really freaking stiff compared to the analog stick of, like, the GameCube and the PlayStation and stuff like that. It's really different. But I soon learned to appreciate it because sneaking, you sometimes have to sneak in Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. And that's when you're like, ooh, the stiffness helps.
Yeah, that really helps.
It really makes sneaking. Whereas if I try to slow walk in a PlayStation game...
Oh, I hate that.
It's awful. It doesn't work.
I have a feeling my muscles are cramped.
Yeah, it doesn't work half of the time. Whereas in this game...
It's really uncomfortable for me to do in PlayStation games.
Yeah, but in this game it works like a charm. Oh, it reminds me. So in Banjo-Tooie and Donkey Kong 64, there's a lot of moments where you have to shoot in first person with a reticle. And when you're not playing with the N64 controller, that is difficult, hard as balls, because because the N64, it was not made with other controllers in mind. It was obviously made to N64 controller mind. But what's even worse is Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube, because originally that was a Nintendo 64 game, so they didn't change the way the radical moves. It's the same as how it was in the N64 build. So
then I saw Banjo-Kazooie on the wall.
And you knew what to do right away, yeah. You already figured out the puzzle.
I already figured it out.
But you couldn't do it right away.
Do it.
Also, this is where something really awkward happens. You're missing there's some notes off screen.
Oh, yeah, off screen.
Let's just say these are the last ones Jessy will grab in this level on the next episode. And it took us forever to look for them. So it's my bad too, I didn't see it either.
See?
Then again, I think right now I just figured, oh, she's gonna get it when the water is drained, you know? But you didn't get it then either. And I didn't notice because I was like, oh, you've already been here, you probably collected those back then too, maybe? I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, it was a different episode as well, so that's my excuse. We were talking about something. And I hadn't finished my thought yet. Do you remember what it was? I'm so forgetful in this episode. Jesus Christ. What was I talking about when we entered the sandcastle? Oh, Star Fox Adventures. No, like, the radical there is also really sensitive. But, you know, the GameCube controller was not made with that in mind. It was made for the N64 controller. But it's a GameCube game, so you can't play it with the N64 controller. Unless you, like, have a special modded controller or third-party controller, maybe, I don't know. Or play on an emulator, but, like, Star Fox Adventures is so freaking difficult when you have to aim for something in first person. Because it was not made with the GameCube controller in mind. It's like such a big flaw that no one ever talks about. I just don't get it. Actually, there are rumors that we're getting a new Star Fox Adventures, which is super difficult for me to imagine. With like different developers and stuff. And just the fact that I could have sworn there was no demand for it. I mean, there is demand for it from me. But not for many people. Anyway, Bottles. This is your big chance, chicken legs. It's time for you to fly.
At last, it better be easy, guys.
Simple enough, even for you, bird brain. Just stand on the flying disc and press A. Here's 25 red feathers to help you into the air. See you. Your health is a little bit low, blah blah blah. Alright. I think the episode is almost over. I think. Let's go, you figured out the controls. That's when you figured out fast forwards without realizing it, I think. Because there we go. I think the episode's almost... Oh, wait! There is something I haven't mentioned yet. In the original recording, I said, hey Jessy, you're about to meet your new favorite character. And
That's a favorite character, who could that be?
Oh, maybe it's this guy.
Hello there, I'm Captain Blubber, and I lost me treasure when me ship crashed.
Well, go find it then, Blubbercat.
But I can't swim. Can you help an old sea hippo?
Sure, we'll find it for you.
This is not my favorite character, by the way.
But he makes the Crash Tag Team Racing burp noises!
That's the only thing that's okay.
No, you can't break the crate, but I appreciate it that you tried, because in some levels you can break this crate.
Why not?
Yeah, but you're right, in some future levels you can break this crate, so just keep on trying. Yeah, not just future levels, I think even the hub world. Maybe it was just hub. Hey, Mambo token.
Yeah.
And I think we're ending the episode here. Yeah, 2 seconds. Oops. So next time on Banjo-Kazooie, we'll finally fly, and we'll help Captain Blubber get his gold and complete the level. See you guys then.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.